Now, he gave us 3 brilliantly entertaining weeks in the Celebrity Big Brother. Despite coming 4th in Friday night's final, it's safe to say there's never been a housemate quite like Louis Walsh.
It's Louis Walsh!
What are we doing? She had a bit of work. I never heard of her, Sharon. It wasn't up to me. It was Mrs. O. Up, that's mine. I was joking to her. She knows I'm joking.
Louis not going to hold back.
Mark's got very old. I'm good friends with, Colin Farrell.
The housemates who received the most nominations are Louis.
Oh, good.
You must choose the 3 most heartless subjects.
Unfortunately, we can't pick you.
I'd have put you in. I have the final say.
No, you don't.
Can you just shut up about it? You're so righteous. I'm in the final. You're not.
Could Fern be a star?
No,
Yes, she's going to be great.
she's not.
Shut up.
He knows the game, and he's going to play it.
I put the snake on your pillow.
I had no idea. It's all a game. It's the game.
Yeah, but she's got feelings, Louis, and she's sensitive about the situation.
know. I've forgiven her.
No matter how hard I try.
You would have been great for director. I'm going to give you a chance. Don't do it, Ryland.
Forget where you're coming from.
We have had the time of our life here in the Big Brother house.
The housemate finishing in 4th place is Louis. And Louis here now. Good morning. Or
morning.
afternoon.
Good
Just made it the
morning.
afternoon.
Good morning.
You looked incredibly relieved to be out, when it finished.
You have no idea. Back in the real world.
Yes.
It was nothing like I thought it was going to be. It was a lot tougher, and I could cope with the days, but I couldn't cope with the nights.
Well, I read about that.
That's true.
Of you waking up in the night and almost having panic
I
attacks
was.
in a room full of people.
A dark room.
Yeah.
And it was locked. I couldn't get out. And that drove me crazy for a while.
And you're in a room with a lot of other people that,
Yeah.
that previously, the first 3 weeks, you hadn't known.
It was 12 people, and I was waiting for them to wake up. I was waiting for somebody to wake up every morning for contact.
Lots of people getting in touch with us, Lou, with all sorts of questions.
Oh, God.
Firstly, lots of them want to know, what made you want to do the show in the first place? Daisy Lou said that.
I was asked a few times before, will I do the show? And I always said no. And I said no at the start. And then somebody said, if you don't do this, you're going to be sorry. And I thought, life's too short, I'll do it. I didn't know it was going to be as tough. I really didn't know.
What was it like when Sharon was in the house? That must have been a great... Because she's like your ally. She's a
great fun.
Yeah,
You know
she's
Mrs. O.
brilliant.
And she's fun, and she's not afraid to say what she thinks. But she was in a different bedroom. She had her own little dark room. And then she went after 10 days, and I was fine.
Right.
I was fine. The days I coped with, it was the night time.
And when you say it was the night time that you struggled with, was it just you weren't sleeping particularly well?
I wasn't sleeping at all.
So then, during the day, then you're going to be shattered?
Exactly. You got it.
Yeah.
I was absolutely shattered. And there was a lot of people in there. They were all performing. And I was watching them all performing for the camera. They were all cleaning and cooking food and performing for the camera.
Well, that was...
I didn't want to do that.
Well, yeah, and you didn't. They said you were lazy
Lazy
because
Louis.
you didn't do it. Would you agree,
Lazy.
or...?
I don't cook food much. I wasn't going to
Thank you.
clean up. I was going to sit back and I was watching them.
Yeah, but I do the cleaning.
Yeah,
There's a difference.
you
It's not that I'm lazy. I was watching them all performing. It was incredible. They all wanted to win.
Nin says, who was your least favourite housemate, Louis?
Probably the guy that went out first.
Gary.
Gary. I think Gary.
Why?
I didn't get to know him.
OK.
And I didn't see the real person. And we tried to talk to him a bit. Nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing going on.
Favourite housemate? Who was your favourite?
I liked a lot of them. I have their names here. I liked Marisha a lot. She didn't get the credit she deserved because she's a great, great singer. And she's like Bette Midler.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
She's amazing.
You've worked in the entertainment industry for a very, very long time. And there were times when I was thinking, you're chatting about people that you've worked with in a very open way. Did you forget that you were being filmed? Was there sort of...
A little bit. I wasn't being malicious about it. I was just kind of telling people what they're really like. I wasn't being malicious. Nobody's perfect,
Yeah.
And I have worked with people that I've said things about that I kind of regret.
Right.
I do regret that, especially on national, but that's me.
Is that
outspoken.
previous to this, or is that during Big Brother?
Generally.
Generally?
It's generally, yeah.
Did you have a game plan before you went
No.
in? Were you...
No.
Or had you in your own mind gone, actually, I'm gonna talk about this, but I'm not gonna talk about that, or I'm gonna reveal a bit of this, or let's make it really entertainment. Let's...
I was only going to be honest. as much as I could be.
Yeah.
You know, because I didn't want to fake it. I didn't want to do like everybody else was. So I sat back and watched everything. And I was telling Big Brother what was going on. He was really tough.
Really?
It's a lot more tough to be in there than you think.
Can you explain, leaving the sleeping aside, can you explain what you mean by tough? Is it having those rules and regulations to follow? Is it being surrounded by people who are performing? What was tough, Louis?
Everything. You're in a room with 12 people for 3 weeks that you don't know. And they're all acting, they're all performing, they're all saying different things. And you're standing there and saying, why?
That wasn't a surprise, though, Louis. Had you watched Big Brother before? I mean,
I'd kept my eye on it. But I wasn't like, I didn't know the ins and outs of it.
Okay.
But it's a great show. We were really well looked after. The medical team were incredible.
right.
Oh, incredible. They were behind the scenes and they watched us.
You are always and have always been exceptionally honest. It was a great show, and we have loved watching it. It's what makes you who you are.
I think it's an Irish thing.
Do you think it's, an Irish thing?
You'd know.
Probably.
Yeah, you know. We tend to say what we feel.
Well, we've got a little VT of some of the things that you said while you were in there.
Oh, no.
You can try and explain these for us as well.
Try. We were in the final, and it was Alexandra Burke and JLS.
Oh, yes.
So I thought, I'm going to get Westlife.
Oh, yeah.
We do Flying Without Wings, divvy it up between them. Simon loved Cheryl. He got her Beyonce. It was all over. That's what he's like.
Cheryl nice.
Yeah, she is. She's not perfect, but she's nice. What happened, Jason? He just disappeared.
I know.
And he was a nice guy. And he didn't have to do much, he used to do a bit of dancing. Mark's got very old. Very old. I'm good friends with, you know, Colin Farrell?
Yeah.
I know him very well, because he auditioned for Boys Town and stuff. And he said to me, I want to be an actor, and that's such a waste of time.
Hey, sugar!
Everybody thinks he's a lovely guy, you know what I mean? He hasn't had a hit record
In how long?
since I left. Well, he sacked me.
Now, there's lots in there to unpack.
I kind of regret... Listen, Ronan and I is a little bit of panto.
Yeah,
You know,
okay.
Yes.
I loved working with him. He was a great worker.
Yeah.
He's very driven. He's very good.
Very talented.
Yeah, and he sacked me, so, you know, I don't say great things about him, but I don't resent him, and he's good. He's a good person.
Yeah.
So I have to put that out there.
Yeah.
And it's a bit of panto between the two of us.
OK, there's a few other bits and pieces in there as well that you were talking about. I mean, when you look at that back there, Louis, do you think maybe you should have been a bit more cautious?
Yeah, I should have been, but I'm not. And that's what makes the show. You just being honest.
Yeah.
People being honest. You got to tell it like it is.
Yeah.
Has Simon been in touch with you?
No.
Has he not?
No, because it's not his show.
No, I know, but he
But
would
I
have
love
heard you.
Simon. I love working with him.
Well, you've worked together closely for many, many years,
Oh.
but you were also saying the fix was in. Simon wanted Cheryl to win, so he got a Beyonce.
Well, he liked Cheryl, yeah. And by getting her Beyonce, it was going to win. But I like Cheryl too.
Yeah.
You know, everybody has a good side. I loved working with Carol. I loved working with him, as you did.
Yeah. And what about the Colin Farrell of it all?
That's a true story.
Is it really?
That would happen in the pod in Dublin, yeah. Yeah, because he was always hanging around. He used to teach line dancing. He's a very decent guy. And he's earned his craft.
But not a singer, you were saying.
No, he's not a singer, but he tried it out. He was fun.
He's not a bad actor, though, Louis, and you told him he was wasting his time.
I did. I was wrong. I'm not always right.
Now, we can't ask you about everything, which we would love to, but we're going to respect that. But I do want to ask you and Sharon, would you do more stuff with Sharon? Because what we loved was seeing the two of you back together.
If it was fun. Life is too short. I want to have fun now. I love Sharon. She's an energy. She's a force.
Yes.
She brings something new to everything.
Yes.
I love working with
A
her.
little bit of Gogglebox with the two of them, watching telly and commenting on the telly.
Maybe.
That could be
I
fun.
don't know. I honestly don't know. It's up to her. I know she's moving back here.
Yeah.
She is, yeah.
She's smart, she's sparky,
She's smart.
she says what she thinks, and
not
the
a-
two of you together have
She's
the
not
best...
afraid.
Yeah, you have the best chemistry.
She's not afraid to say anything to
We've
anybody.
had, someone's just said, now you've done this, will you be doing I'm a Celebrity?
No.
Thank you
Or Strictly.
very much.
No.
Not Strictly, not none of those. I tell you what, we will need to get you on Loose Women. They're coming up next, aren't you? Hi, Ruth.
Hello. Well, we've got Nikita, as you know. What have you got? He says he'll never do Strictly.
Louis, you said to me in the Big Brother house that you want to do Strictly next year. I remember. We've danced the salsa together. I remember it. How could you forget?
It won't happen. No, 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 no.
I'll come to get you. I'll come to get you.
Anyway, don't miss Nikita on Loose Women. We'll see you in a bit.
Lovely
Don't
stuff.
call us, we'll call you.
yeah.
Thank you, Louis. Thank you.
Campaign to get Louis on Strictly starts here.
On to Morris star-studded...